Welcome back, everyone. We're once again in Ultimate General Civil War. We are continuing the Battle of Stones River. We are now entrenched in this position, which is where we left off. However, we were in a much better position when I actually left it. Let's just see what they're going to do. Okay, over on this side of the river, we of course have our entrenchment here with 2 cavalry, 2 artillery pieces. What in the world are you? Yesterday, we have extended our left flank at this field on the opposite side of the river in order to observe the enemy movements. Watch for rebels. They could attempt to attack us here. Right. So yeah, I anticipated the enemy would attack me there. I would have held right there. That would have been fine. We expect the Confederates to attack from the southwest. So they're going to come up this direction. I think that line wraps around, so we should be good. Also, I'm just trying to figure out what they did to my lineup. It's a different deployment than I had when I left, but it's okay. All right, yeah, so I know they're going to come this way. And southeast, good luck, General. All right, so that's not nice. All right, we must defend the Nashville Pike, and the Nashville Pike. This is the, I'm looking for the command points. So I'll hold there and hold there. Okay, so we know this is going to hold. I'm going to move this artillery and this artillery piece here because I believe that I'm going to need more artillery. What have you got? 6-pounder, I'll leave that there. No. I'll move it here because I will fall back. I have no problem with falling back there. What have you got? 12-pounder Napoleons. We'll leave that there and we'll grab this unit. It's got howitzers. I want to move him into this area as well. What are you doing moving out of this? Now move here. And you can move there. Fantastic. And you can move here. No, that's probably a good defensive position. You're right. I'll just let the computer decide for me at this point. Okay. So we do have an observation position here, which is fantastic. We also know the enemy has cavalry up here, so I'm going to go ahead and get our cavalry kind of ready. Unlimbered, we have 752 units of 750 cavalry. I'm also going to move Brewster's cavalry down to observe on this flank. Hopefully he'll be forgotten about if the enemy does move up. We can come behind with a charge. Let's see, McClellan is reinforcing the morale there. Kiat here. And St. Renegade is going to move down here and reinforce the entire curve here. All right, Preston, why are you out in front? Fall back. All right, the enemy is definitely moving forward. Oh, we have another cavalry unit here, so I'll move them further back. Deering. All right, our artillery will just pulverize them as they try to get near us. All right, I also might move Walker here, just because I want to see if I need to be worried about being flanked. No, I'm guessing I don't. I'll move him here. Now, we know the enemy has captured some of our troops, and I'm assuming they're somewhere back here, but you know what? It's just not worth looking for them at this point. We'll get them back. All right. Are there any observation points or anything I need to worry about? All right, we've got 2.5 hours on the clock, so let's see what goes on. I should note again that that is not actual time that the game will take, but time in game. I'm not exactly sure how that clock works. All right, the enemy is advancing against our very well-defended position. We are entrenched. Essentially, we're facing a World War I sort of situation. Okay, see they're taking artillery and volleys from units that are very strong. Ward is such a bad... They got beat up so bad. I mean, they've lost over half their men. All right, so I'm sped up time. Okay, but the enemy is moving up here, but there's not much. Can they cross here? Maybe. I'm going to move Walker across the river. Maybe I should. I think that they're going to try to cross here. I'm relatively certain of it. I'm moving this artillery piece here, just so that it can kind of pepper this little valley type thing. What's going along on the front? I need to slow down time again. Okay, the enemy is trying to hit this line. That's a bad idea. Their best bet is to try to come down, and if they could cross here, which I think they can, well, they would still be able to hit the position, but they could kind of encircle this position. Not fully encircle it, but they could do something. Envelop would probably be the right word. And I would also try to cross here. If you could get around behind me, that's it. So these guys are going to have to do a lot. They're going to have to hold up. We may need to consider moving one of our commanders up there to help them around, but I can't be certain that that's a good idea at the time being because, you know, even if we move them up there, they could wind up not attacking on that flank. Sometimes the enemy doesn't do what they should do. Let's see. What are we doing now? Don't see anything. I could send my cavalry out to scout, but at this point, I am a bit concerned what the enemy intends to do. I'm going to move Deering into support here, and actually I'm going to move Deering out here and send Brewster into support. So I'll have some really heavy cavalry units. And Ward is not going to be able to do that much, but I'm going to move him here just to assist if they do actually try to get across. He'll be in position ready to help. Alright, so our artillery is firing away. These are the two objectives. They should be attacking along the entire line pretty soon, but I think they're focused on hitting this portion. Alright, so the enemy is moving up here. They have a lot of troops. It's going to be very, very difficult for us to succeed. I'm going to send the cavalry around and see if we can do something to them. At least scare them and maybe keep them from trying to cross. I'm going to send Walker down here and see if Walker can cross up here. And if he can, then we may be able to kind of scare the enemy into moving their troops back. Let's see, we've got an hour and a half left on the game clock. Also, Walker moving through here is going to kind of give us an idea of what's in this area. I'd like to know, and I can do it because I've got this cavalry. Is there anything out here? You'll notice I'm moving the cavalry from one protected position to another. One position with cover as soon as I can. All right, yeah, we can cross here. They are going to be seen, I bet. All right, still not been seen. We'll cross into these woods and attempt to flank. I really want to see if I can sneak up on the enemy. Okay, now let's see if you can cross. He cannot, which is great. So that means this is the only position I need to worry about. So I'll move this cavalry up here, and that will give us plenty of good. Ooh, wait, I have a better idea. I'm going to move him across here and then try to get around behind this army. See if I can tear into some of their artillery there. But this is going to be a serious issue. I'm going to leave this cavalry here just as a kind of, if they start attacking, I can start challenging their flank. Let's see, what do I got here? Pegram can go ahead and form up in case they try to cross the river. As well as, no, I actually want to put the Iron Brigade here. Actually, I'll send them right into the line. Actually, don't have a lot of time, so I just won't send them into the line. I'll send the Iron Brigade to this position, though, because there is definitely going to be a press there. So, let's see, what have we got that I can spare? I can move this unit cross back over here. I had him there to begin with. For some reason, they moved my troops. I had my troops where I wanted my troops. The computer thinks it knows better. I don't understand why. Maybe it does. I don't know. I've never been completely happy with the way it moves troops around. Although sometimes it will move artillery to better positions because it can tell where the altitude advantages are, and I can't. Now, where's my supply wagons? I see no supplies. And I got people crying for ammo, so Ah, see, I see they're trying to flank. I anticipated that. This cavalry is going to come up. As they try to cross, we hit them from behind. All right, here we go. They don't know about that cavalry, or they've forgotten about it. Now, I don't see any tracers from their artillery at the moment. So I'm going to move my cavalry just in kind of a cautious way. Ah, they have supplies. Where are my supplies? I mean, I definitely had supply wagons at the end of the last battle. The last portion of this battle, I should say. All right, Ward will move up to fire, and then we're going to send this cavalry down to just hit them from behind. While they're in the water, too. That's not... Ah, there's some artillery. It's okay. It's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking back here for artillery. All right, we've got Deering here. I'm going to go ahead and move Walker to this position. Ah, fall back. They have line infantry kind of in reserve, and it's protecting. So it's nice to know what they've got. I'll go ahead and move Deering here. That's going to scare them. I know that much. So they may pull back some troops on the line. And remember, we only have to hold for the time that the clock says. So, you know, there's no real need to waste our troops at this point. We're just trying to win the battle, not, you know, completely destroy the enemy. I tend to like a completely destroyed enemy, but I don't have that option at this point. I mean, they have no cover almost. I mean, it's 24% cover, which is almost the standard cover. All right, but we've got a cavalry unit ready over here should they start doing something. If they didn't have cavalry, we'd be going after their artillery. If they didn't have cavalry, though, they'd be stupid. Because this map in particular, well, there's been other maps that had good need of cavalry. But against defensive positions like this, we have good line infantry, row upon row of it, and we have more artillery than I could have hoped for. It's the perfect positioning for artillery. All right, we've got the game on fast speed because the enemy is not able to really do anything at this point. I don't like that they've done that. All right, so I think we are just going to continue fast forwarding, but I don't want these guys being there. I want them to, no, there we go. Then I'll get cross right here because they'll have to march down, and they may attempt it, but I doubt it. There's really no real reason or thought that they will be able to do anything at this point. We could use our cavalry to try to disrupt completely the rear of the enemy, but I don't think that's worth it. A good flank from, if we can flank them on the sides, but there's really no real need to. We're okay. The clock's about to run out. All right, and that was the victory at Stones River. We definitely did a really good job winning that, I think. Of course, we didn't deploy with that many more troops than them this time, and we deployed with more cavalry than them, as well as nearly twice as many guns, which is fantastic. We did lose less troops than them, which is, again, another turning point. We're beginning to get that turned around. And let's see, we lost fewer guns than them, only 2 fewer. We lost considerably less cavalry, and we only had 275 captured. They had 370. So, okay. Of course, we accomplished all of our goals, which is fantastic. And Graham's boys, Hanson, Pegram, Iron Brigade, Loomis, Ward, Haskell, Williams, Morris, and Walton, that's not the main Walton, all appeared in the top of the unit scoreboard. And so we're doing really good there. Let's see what we lost. Okay, Buford was wounded. Pratt was killed. Yeah, Kitching was promoted. McCord was promoted. Leslie Morris was promoted. Now a major general, was just brigadier when we hired him. Okay, let's see. Deering was killed. He was our cavalry commander. Juan Durrell, who was commander of Durrell's Devils, who is our best newish unit. I mean, he's been around for most of the war, but he's one of the newer. He wasn't in the very first. He was wounded. Anyway, so really going good. What did we captured? We captured a bunch of rifles, recaptured some stuff. So it went really well, in my opinion. It was a victory. So anyway, I mean, we're kind of turning the war around. We've only had one defeat in the entire war. The war should be ending soon, and I know it will be, but I do know that we're going to be fighting the Battle of Gettysburg as the finale of the battle. I'm also going to be playing Ultimate General Gettysburg at the same time, so we can compare how the two battles are fought in this game versus the older version of this game, or the first version in this series, I should say, first game in the series. But anyway, I hope you liked this. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'm playing the entire Ultimate General Civil War campaign as the Union. I'll probably play as the Confederates eventually, but I want to get my skill level up a little bit before I try that. But anyway, about it, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching.